Wow, so I was just describing the entire video to people when it was on mute again. But long story short, so this is an interesting Mardu list that I saw at the Japanese national broadcast last night. It went 4-0, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I would butcher it, but it's like Ken. Yeah, I said I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it's like Ken Yukihiro or something. I don't know. The guy is very good. He top aided one of the recent PTs even with a black green bone picker deck, I believe. And I'm mainly just playing it because I think Claim to Fame is just an exceptionally fun card, and it paired with Lone Rider makes me giddy. Hey, Spirit Chiller, how are you today? Anyway, jump right into the game. Hope you are doing well. Hey, guys. Hey. We're really hoping that we don't drop frames today. We've been dropping frames pretty bad lately. This hand seems weak, but it seems good enough, mainly because of the clue. We have all of our color of lands. Thank you for the host total. Anytime I see a Groves on one side of the board, I automatically assume that I'm playing versus Green-White Ramp. This hand's probably a little slow versus Green-White Ramp, but got some Gideons and stuff in the sideboard. Ooh, well, that card's not slow at all. That card's quite the opposite of slow. This deck also top-aided a Japanese tournament, but it didn't have the Carls in it. Yukihiro seems like a more tuned version of that deck. But again, they're like super fast. They have, they just gain 3 life off that. They have Fumigates and stuff. I think we'll have a better game post-board. Well, they have cats and stuff post-board as well, right? Hey, Corey Cool Cat. It is a pretty quick clock. Like, this is 3 turns. But, like, they'll have... They just get to go off, probably. Fumigate. Well, that's obviously good. Claim to Fame would have been a nice one. Guess we'll start with this one. Alright, we'll take a Lone Rider. It's a castable spell. Red Rober, send no Blessed Alliance or Cast Out on over. I mean, this is a lot of damage. It's in Fury 7. And they have something. Cast Out, I guess. 4 mana. So we have to sack a dude. Oh, it's just a cast out. Alright. Well, if we draw another... It's kind of interesting that they went for the cast out when a Glory Bringer... I guess they just have another Fumigate? Nope. Another Descend, okay. Well, that makes sense. This deck's doing things. Like, none of them were great, mind you, but it's pretty fun already. Yeah, so they gain 3 life back, but again, they don't have... Ooh, this is the card we wanted, friends. This is the fun card we've been wanting to play. Error. That's the fun card we've been wanting to play. Yeah, well, we can't beat a Nulamog, but we can beat a World Breaker. They had 10 mana, so they just didn't draw an Eldrazi when we got there. Pretty happy about that. Claim to Fame has already made me smile way more than it should. Boy. Yes, this is exactly the Mardu list from Japanese Nationals. Maybe I should put that in the title. Let's get that clickbait hype. Let's add that in too. That clickbait hype, friends. Could not. Alright, well, screw you then. It won't let me update it, but whatever. So Transgress has to be good versus him. I'm assuming Gideon's decent versus him. What else? Are you guys any good? Probably not. Are you guys any good? You can get like Eldrazi, but it doesn't really help with the other things. English Unmaking? Unmakings might be good. Alright, so what's probably not good enough versus them? I'm gonna say that the Lone Riders probably aren't good enough versus them because the life totals don't matter a lot. What else probably isn't good? Claim to Fame seems good. It gives things haste. Maybe Always Watching isn't good after a Wrath of God deck. I want the Deccan Stones. I want at least some Harness Lightnings for Cats and Linvalas. Maybe it's just Glorybringers aren't good, but then again, they're haste threat. Shave on a Glorybringer. And a couple Always Watchings. This deck, the guy who top 8'd, I think it's the PT Marvel with the black-green deck, is the guy who built this build of this deck. I'm sure there's many builds, but this build is his. Yeah, claim to Fame is why we're trying this deck. Alright. Turn 1 creature, go. Maybe I want all the Always Watchings. What? Don't you dare play a Walking Ballista. That's a Walking Ballista. No. That's really good versus my Glance. Actually ruins a lot of my plans. Guess I can just try to be slower then. Could just play a Glint and say kill me. I don't know. You can't block really, so. The computer's making all sorts of noises, but I'm not dropping frames, so. Yeah, maybe I want the Always Watchings. Maybe it was wrong to take an Always Watching out. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot my deck is like mono X ones versus his deck, so. We have to get a land and we can play the double 2-drop, but yeah. He doesn't have another land? Wow. Alright then. You have no more land? Then be defeated. Be much defeated. I think I'm going to play one of each of these. That way, in case he has a Fumigate or something, I still have one as a follow-up. If he has a Cast Out, that's pretty bad for me. Alright, 4 for 1 me. It's not really even a 4 for 1, it's like a 2 for 2. because of the double clues. A cast out would be kind of brutal though. Like he could cast out the always watching untap, put a counter on the walking ballista, kill both my bros. But anything other than a cast out, I'm okay with. Wonder how bad the delay is today. It seems like it's kind of bad based on how slow the replies are coming. So we're just hoping there's no cast out. Alright, we're fine with that. That doesn't do a lot. But he's killing that one? So he's letting me draw a card. It's kind of interesting that he would let me draw a card. Yes. Sorry. I did not mean to cackle into the screen. I did not mean to cackle into the screen. I did not mean to cackle. So he's got a chump block to 1. And we still have a Gideon if he does draw land for his Fumigate. If he doesn't draw land for his Fumigate, he's just got. He did get a little mana screwed that game, though. He missed 1 land drop there. Or 2 land drops there, rather. But we had some pretty good follow-ups. Like an Hours of Promise on the 1 turn that he missed a land drop would have been brutal, but that was pretty cool. The claim to fame's already made me smile. Some of the sideboard seems awkward. Like I don't think we need this. And not having a couple of Braids main decks feels weird. I really would like some Lost Legacies in the sideboard, but this deck looks fun. And based on game 1, if every game's that fun, it was successfully did what it was supposed to do. And that was make me cackle like a fool in front of you all. By the way, Matt, we top 4'd the Commander Challenge today. Me, Corey, and Ricky and Chris streamed it earlier on Skype. Lost to Amir in the top 4. We turn 1 probed him, and he had 2 lands and a mana leak in his hand. And this is on turn 1. He played like a land and a Mox on turn 1. And like our hand was total gasoline. He just untapped, drew Stoneforge, and we couldn't kill it, and that was that. Stoneforge into Jace. And that was that. We even had to discard spell to get his mana leak. But yeah, he had a turn 1 Mox Diamond, and we just lost, even though his hand was that bad. But it was pretty fun. I mean, I'm excited just to get to top 4. You know, I haven't done the actual math. I should go back and check, but I think we're top 8ing about 35 to 40% of them. If I was just taking a guess, top 8ing, yeah. Stoneforge in the Jace, kind of weak. But no, it was pretty nice. It was a nice little 50 treasure chests and 150 play points and like 4 QP profit. Would have been nice to take down 2 more and set us up with some money moving into Ixalan, but like I said, I'm pretty excited with what we got. Yeah, we got Cobbladed. It was just like Stoneforge into Mace or Jace, go get this Sword of Feast and Famine, play Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, buddy, good job. I'm like, alright, well, we dead as can be. We'll play first. This hand doesn't seem good enough. Lone Rider's good, but Lone Rider's not that good. This hand's pretty good. We'll keep this one. He mulliganed as well. We do want the land, I think. The land lets us play this and this on turn 3. So I think I'm fine getting that land. Or it lets us play like this and this if we need it. No, of course. This play is great. Hey, Stella. What's up? How are you today? Yeah, he definitely went from 0 to Cobblade quick. From a deck that we weren't expecting there to be Cobblades in. Got us. Well, that's kind of interesting. So we're just going to jam this thing, I guess, and not play the Glint. Actually, I think I'm just going to play the Glint and not care. We racing. This guy don't know. We racing. I want both Glints in play. And then we'll just sit back and play the control route. Can't really kill them both, and I don't think I care to take one big hit of damage. We'll have a Harness Lightning to be able to kill one if he leaves it on defense, or leaves like the Harness or the Heart of Kirin on defense. Is what I'm trying to say. If he has a Scrounger and an Inspector, that would be bad. Like double play here would be real bad for us. Oh, Bridge, he's playing that deck. That deck looked pretty interesting to me too. So, what would be bad for us right now? A Gideon would be very bad for us. Us not hitting a land on our next 2 draw steps would be bad. Well, yes, we want to draw. Alright, well, we can play them both. He's not on 5 mana, so I don't have to harness yet. If he just goes 1 drop, 2 drop, could have let him attack with the heart. Might have been better to let him to try to attack with the heart, but like he may not have. A lot of people play around that, and if he didn't, then we'd have lost an energy for no reason. Well, not good. Not good. Hmm. Well, I guess we'll attack with it again. Could have a removal spell. That's fine. If he does, we just hope it's not Murder Boat. If he doesn't kill it, we're just going to play a land to keep Harness Lightning up. We can't attack with the second Shambling Vent next turn anyway. We could have tapped our mana better. Yeah, we could have tapped our mana a lot better. Hmm. Alright, so I guess it's better just to like use the Deadlands and not attack for a turn. That's quite a lot of lands, but this is a 23 land deck, so. I feel like I've played my lands in a wrong order. Like if I'd played that Deadlands on a different turn, we could have potentially. Oh, another land. That's our favoritist thing. I like James a lot. James beat me at Magic last night. I don't like James anymore at all. He had 2 energy in play and a clean board other than lands. And I played Solemnity and lost to Teamer Energy. I was tilted. I wasn't really tilted, but I like saying I was tilted. I was sad. I was like, wow, this is unfortunate. We're getting got, friends. So me and my opponent are playing a game of slap each other with wet noodles right now. I don't know who's winning, but one of us at some point is going to stop drawing lands, right? Could attack with them both and try to make it a 2-turn clock, but then he could just have Avacyn, and I would cry like a little baby. Spoiler, if he has Avacyn, I'm going to cry like a little baby regardless. No Avacyrino? At some point he's got to bring the thunder and bring the pain. We can't just cast lands for an infinite number of turns, can we? Wait, here we go. Here's something. He's tapping mana. 1, do. What are you? Sam's expertise? Oh my god, we are wrecked. I don't even have an attack anymore. This is so very unfortunate. Well, that's a good card. So if I attack with this again, it's just going to get ate by that, but I get to kill that. Blah, blah, blah. It's the best I can say is blah, blah, blah. When I said one of us has to draw a card sooner or later, I didn't expect him to draw a card that gave him 3 things. That's going to be pretty hard for me to beat. Glorybringers would be okay, I guess. What? Don't play another. Wait, now you're tapping 1,000,000 mana, so is this just bridge? Don't be a bridge. Target creature gains XX until end of turn. You gain X life. If I kill this, does he gain the life? He can have the life either way, I think. Like, he can just start attacking with the Everspear Harvester every turn. While still having reasonable blocks, so. Always watching. So my 3/4 still can't attack. I guess my 3/4 can attack now, right? I can kill the Hardicaran and like they bounce off each other if it's the Everspear Harvester and we both just gain 3 life. He could have a second Hardicaran, so I don't think that's worth it. Maybe next turn when I can attack with them both it's worth it, but I don't think it's worth it this turn. A second Harvester. Alright, well I guess I'm not attacking next turn either, am I? Glorybringers would certainly be good draws right now. Alright, well, we'll kill it. It's our last card, fam. Alright, always watching is a good draw. Can't attack with them all, but this thing's a 4-3 or a 4-5. Guess what? 4-5s don't attack either. Whee! I equipped that for. I sent that into like it was going to attack for no reason. I don't want him to gain 3 life for 3, so like I prefer him to gain less life than me. That was a good one for him. So now he's going to be able to do combination blocks. Wait. That doesn't seem like... I wonder what's in his hand that makes that a good attack. Lone Rider. That's a good one. Alright, so... we want black, we want white, we want colorless. We want black, we want white, we want colorless. And we want to send a team of 8. And then we want to play Corey's favorite card. His favorite non-horse card. Navison would suck, but... actually gain a point on life here? This one's a fun one. Hello, Lone Rider. Oh, it is a horse. It's a horse? It's not a... it says horse on it. Gotcha. We have a lot of power now. That's for sure. Alright, he's done. He's like, screw you. You can gain 14 points of life, and I drew nothing again. We drew more lands than him, though. And the same amount of cards. Alright, so... English Unmaking seems like it's good versus a bunch of equipment. So does a Braid. So do Castouts. What seems bad versus them? Glorybringers don't seem good versus all of that stuff, to be honest. Declarations in Stone definitely don't seem good. Always Watching seem good. All the creatures seem good. Glorybringers seem like the least good because both of their vehicles just block them and or trade with them. Oh, Magma Sprays seem good, don't they? Yeah, Magma Sprays seem good. Alright. So what's the last card we don't want to play then? Deluxe. I like all of our cards. I like all of our cards. We'll take out a land on the draw. What land am I going to take out? I'm going to take out this weird come into play tap land on the draw. We'll go down to 23 lands. Try that. When I get mana screwed, you can all laugh at me. The other card I was considering taking out was one of the Always Watchings. Or one of the Claim to Fames. This deck's pretty cool. Ah, well, we have all the land in the world again. This hand seems some number of greats. Probably need to hit a removal spell to be honest, but whatever. Yeah, he's got his good draw again. day one of day two at the beginning is booster draft at Japanese Nationals, so I guess I'm glad that I'm not watching. Man, so this just is not something that consistently happens. Like, by math, that's not something that consistently happens. I guess we have to kill the one we can kill. We're like really far behind this game, and only having one of Braid in the deck doesn't make me feel like I have a lot of outs. Alright. I'm going to facepalm if he just has the same opening he had last game. Oh, I would have facepalmed so hard. I guess I'd rather play Glint. It's the better card if they have nothing, and it's the one that can actually attack Gideon itself. If he just has Gideon, this is obviously pretty bad for me. Well, he can only equip one of those two. Rip. Well, he chose not to deal 4 damage to me, so that's nice. I'd say we're in bad shape now, friends. Guess we'll play the land and start with a cycle. Maybe we'll hit a removal spell. Nope, no removal spell, so play the only thing we can play. When we're out of spells, and his equipment is way ahead on board. Have 2 cast outs and a braid, some harness lightnings. So like, we have some things. He could also just not have anything else. If he's got Archangel, I'm willing to just be dead. I'm not going to play around Archangel. I think he's way too far ahead for me to be playing around Archangel. Could go ahead and just get this in play, I guess. For the cost of an energy. On the plus side, we haven't missed a land drop. That's fair. Yeah. If he's got it, we're in bad shape, but we're in pretty bad shape anyway. I want to go ahead and get the Glen in play, though, so I can try to draw a card. Hopefully this Shambling Vince will get in play in time before we're dead. We have 2 Menace Threats in play. We're like Mardu Menace. He just didn't play anything again, which is awkward to me. Okay, well. It's just Mardu Menace rocking and rolling over there. If he doesn't ever play anything, we're certainly ahead in the race. That was actually a good draw. He can attack for 7 now. So if he's got a murder boat, we're just dead. If he doesn't have anything, we probably win. Right? Alright, so what do we have going on here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we throw this at him, we still have enough to do everything, right? If he's got anything, we're dead anyway, so. We're not gonna. We died of shock either way, right? So there's no reason to gain the life, but if he has anything, we're just dead either way. Like, we can't actually beat a spell. Can't actually beat a spell, so. I think he F6'd. I'm not sure. Yeah, he F6'd. Alright, well, he left himself. I don't think he had to leave. I don't think he should have been racing me. Like, I feel like he could have just won that game if he wasn't racing. And I wasn't in a spot where I could even, like, play around things. So, like, bluffing didn't do anything. I was just dead, right? So, like, I can't play around anything. If I can't beat these, what can I play around? I don't know. Anyway, still having fun with this deck. Showed the deck list for people. For anybody who cares, you can type ! deck list in chat, and you can actually get a readable deck list. So like say you didn't know what cast out is, you can read it from the chat. Also, if you're watching from the YouTube, the deck list, a link to my Twitch and a link to my Twitter's in the description below. If you're watching from the Twitch, a link to my Twitter and a link to my YouTube is in the description below. And if you like what you're watching, please follow. Follow on everything, but especially the Twitch and the YouTube. This hand looks pretty decent. I don't know if it looks Dece plus, but it looks pretty decent. Yes, I'm saying Dece and Dece plus just because I'm feeling like being a jackbutt today. We got Karizev here, the Sky Ship or Raiderini. Hopefully he doesn't have a removal spell for it. Wait. He's playing something on turn 1. Oh, this is Zombros. Zombros is probably pretty good versus this deck. I'd say Zombros are pretty good versus this deck. They just have so many good removal spells. On the positive note is, if they do remove this, we get to do some cool claim to fame stuff. If they go for the F6 value anyway. He didn't attack. He didn't attack makes me all sorts of positive about this thing being able to deal damage. Unless he just knew we were on claim to fame. Couldn't know we're on claim to fame, could he? Alright. He doesn't care, but he cares about his Dread Wanderer so little he's willing to kill just this. That is scary. That is scary, folks. I guess he's got a Diagraph Colossus then? Maybe two? That might be why he's doing it. Is it bad that I almost want to let him block my Lone Tusk Cub? Or Lone Tusk Rider? I mean, I'm not going to, but I almost want to. This Exile Source is sweet. I'm already a fan. $21, we win. GG. Next game, 21 life. You're just a little zombie deck. You'll never deal 21 damage to us. You'll never cast like a Liliana's Mastery and just beat us. Never. My heart. That's not going to work out as well as he wants it to. That's not going to work out as well as he wants it to at all. Alright, so start with this and see if we draw a black source. It's a black source, but it's not the black source we wanted. Alright, so black mana to get him back. And now we get to decide whether it's better to make a 4-4 or whether it's better to deal 5 damage. I think it's better to make a 4-4. Like, we lose 3 points of damage this way, but I think it's worth having him. Scarab God would be kind of bad for us right now, but we do have Consecrated Courtyards and stuff in our deck. Or concreted courtyards, declarations in stone. Why the hell does a concreted courtyard matter at all if he has a Scarab God? It just doesn't. Alright. Well, Claim to Fame was impressive yet again. Wow. It's good that the board was good enough because we wasn't getting anything else. Alright, so he's Little Zombros. Our Mass Removal spell needs to be good versus Zombros, I imagine. These are probably good versus Zombros, and most Zombros have some kind of vehicles, but just a generic removal spell seems fine versus them anyway. They have so much removal that I really don't think we're going to be able to combo these very often. Always Watching still seem good, but we have to have something in play. So I think I'm going to shave one Always Watching. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Be a little more controlling. Some argument that maybe I want some Planeswalkers, but maybe I'll try them on the play, but I don't think so to draw. Claim to Fame has been good all 3 matches. This deck is gasoline. Gasoline fun times. Alright, this hand seems playable. Like, we don't have red mana, but he mulliganed, and we have 2 solid 2-drops, and then we have an Always Watching. Alright, well, if one of these two have to die, I would rather it be this one, I believe. The Glory Round Initiate is just very good versus him, I think. I also think it's better if this guy just lives. But yeah, we're probably going to need to draw that red mana. Red mana next turn would be wonderful. Oh, how good would a red mana be? Like, kill whatever he plays and slam a Glory Bound and throw our hands in the air and wave them like we just don't care. Alright, really want a red mana. That's not a red mana. It's playable, but it's not a red mana. Claim to fame again, doing something pretty cool. That even puts us up to where we can draw an extra card next turn unless he kills the Siphoner this turn. There's a lot of red sources in this deck, so I thought we'd be a favorite to hit one, but maybe we're just not a favorite to hit one. Who knows? It is interesting that we've flooded almost every game until now. Sure, no blocks. What do we got? Nothing that we were interested in, but it plays. Going to have to draw that red mana at some point, though. Little 5/5 lifelinker, though, gives us some time. It does give us some time. Any land whatsoever lets us kill the Diregraph Colossus now, which is nice. If we don't get a land at all, we at least get the attack with the Shambling Vents. Any untapped land whatsoever, I'll rephrase. Okay, that works. I think I'm still going to use the Deadlands because I want to save my energy to try to get the Glorybringer in play. But I want to go ahead and kill it before he gets a zombie trigger off of it. Hey, Goomba. How are you doing today? I'm not sure I've noticed you around before. Alright, that's a good one. Put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Sure. Well, we can at least kill it. Wonder if it's worth it to cast the other Glint Siphoner out of the grave. Oh, or wonder if it's worth it to give this guy haste is what I'm trying to say. Kinda don't think it's worth it. Okay, well we don't even get the option, so definitely not worth it. Yeah. So Liliana's Mastery, we'd better hit soon. And we did hit. Wow. Nice. Nice draw, team. Oh, I'm doing great today. We just top 4'd the Commander 1v1 challenge, and now we're trying this sweet deck that we saw from the Japanese Nationals. This deck just looks fun. We're having a good time with it too. We're 2-0 so far, and our opponents had enough. It's probably a premature scoop, but a lot of times when opponents see awkward cards like this, they just get mad and kind of like rage. I mean, top deck guru, come on, we're 15 cards deep to draw our second red. That's not that much of a top deck. Anyway, on to the next round. We're currently 3-0, 6-0. Not dropped a game yet. Exclamation mark deck list if you want to see a deck list where you can hover over the cards and read them, or here it is on screen. But here's one if you just want a picture or if you want to, like download it for yourself or whatever. Or if you don't know what one of the cards do and you want to hover over it or review it in between games. Well, as I say after every match, if you like what you're watching, please give us a follow. There's links down below the stream to both my YouTube and my Twitch channel. And all the streams we play are posted on the YouTube as well. If you like the content, give us a follow here. Give us a follow on the YouTube. And if you're watching from the YouTube, every deck list and a link to both my Twitter and my Twitch are on every video. So, yeah. But yeah, this deck's going pretty quick. We're not dropping frames tonight. I have no idea why we were dropping so bad of frames Friday. Like, we just could not stream. We were dropping such bad frames. Anyway, let's go to another round. We at least have won our PD chest back, which is always fun. What do we got? We have all of our color of lands. We have a Glory Bound Initiate. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, and a great 3-drop. Like, this hand's pretty good. It's a little light on removal, but the deck in general is a little light on removal, so. This is not our deck. This is, and forgive me for butchering the name, Ken Yukihiro's deck from Japanese Nationals. His 4-0 day 1 list. But yeah, forgive me if I'm saying the name a little poorly. I'm a hillbilly from Eastern Kentucky. Saying names is not my forte. Alright, so it looks like he's playing God Pharaoh's Gift, which is probably actually a pretty good deck versus us. But it does mean they're probably light on removal, and we'll at least get to do some flippy things. Thank you for the auto host, MTGO Cavern. Hope you're having a good time today. I didn't butcher it. I got it right. Nice. No, he's the guy who top 8'd it a couple PTs ago with the black-green deck that had bone pickers and stuff in it. That deck was sweet. I'm always on the lookout to play like sweet things. I think it's fine to give him 1 loot. To go ahead and get the Lone Rider in play. He's definitely going to block and like do his little gift thingy. I really do need a slow cap if I pronounce something properly. Oh, sorry, I gotta get the top D of the month back up on the screen so everybody can see that I am in it for the money. Would have been nice to have another white source so we could have played the Fraben, and to play the Always Watching on the following turn, but we'll take what we can get. And what we can get right now is a pretty decent board. I really would like to get this Always Watching him play. If we don't hit the white source, we can deck and stone his next blocker, which helps us a pretty okay amount, but like it's not great because they can just like cast their Angel of Inventions versus decks like we're playing, and that's generally good enough, I think. In fact, because of that, I don't even know if it's worth it to, it's probably not even worth it to cast Deck and Stone on the champion. I guess if there are like 5 cards in their graveyard or something, it'd be worth it, but I don't know. It feels like we could get a better Deck and Stone later. Oh wow, they got the Saheeli combo, so they're on kind of a little spicy one themselves, and they didn't have another creature, so yeah, we're definitely not Deck and Stoning if they didn't have another creature. Not even considering Deck and Stoning if they didn't have another creature. Save my Fraben. We have Always Watching next turn, so like the Fraben feels like it does enough. Kind of wish I'd played my Fraben Inspector just so we could be F6ing right now, but anybody knows me, I lived F6. F6s make me smile. They're what brings all the boys to the yard. I say some ridiculous things. So, if he just untaps and plays Cataclysmic Gearhulk, we're obviously not the happiest camper in the world, but like, it's still not the end of the world. It doesn't even block our 4/4. We could care less whether they play Angel of Invention. It doesn't do anything. That one does stuff. That one unfortunately does more than I'd like to admit. Go ahead and play him. Attack you for half your life total. He probably has to block now and get him another loot and another life, but he's not even close to the right amount of creatures yet. This puts 4 in, and if he loots one, it'd just be 5, so... he goes down to, what, 14? Cataclysmic Gearhulk would still be very good. Short of Cataclysmic Gearhulk, I like our spot a very large amount because we're able to claim Fame and Deck and Stone a blocker all in the same turn. This card's been good. In this deck, at least. I thought this card was going to see some play in Modern. I really thought there was going to be like a Jund or a 5-color Shadow deck that took advantage of this, and they just never were. So he's got 5 things in his graveyard right now. He could leave himself dead on board. I guess he doesn't know it's dead on board. Okay. That was kind of interesting. He refurbished a Walking Ballista to get 1 loot over using a Rivulet, and he hit. That's insane. I don't think it changes anything because he doesn't have a good card in his graveyard, but like, it was pretty cool. So yeah, we're lethal. He's tapped out and we're lethal. Who expects the Claim and Fame to come do its work? So we Deck and Stone here. We claim this dude back. We fame this dude. And we attack, 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 attack. So 16 you. Claim and Fame. Wow. We also could have just like cast Deck and Stone in this, but we wanted to win with Claim and Fame. I don't know why. I wanted to win with Claim and Fame. Alright, well if he's got God Pharaoh's Gift, these have to be decent. This has to be decent. This has to be decent. What do? You destroy target tapped artifact. Well, they don't really have tapped artifacts. You're probably not good enough. Transgresses are interesting. I don't think they're good enough either. And Magma Sprays seem like they're pretty good. Harness Lightning seem in general like they're kind of bad. And we still have Cast Out and Anguish if he does get like an Angel or something in play. Glory Bringers seem like they're fine. What doesn't seem great here then? Not actually sure what doesn't seem great here. Kind of want to be greedy and just take another land out. I always like taking lands out on the draw. All the haste creatures seem fine. Glorybringers can like kill angels if they just make them the 2/1s and get blockers. Always watching seems pretty good. They don't really have a whole lot of removal, so maybe we don't want to max out on claims. Maybe we only want to draw like one a match or something. Maybe we can cut one. Same with always watching. Maybe we only want to draw like one a match or something. Always watching gives us some protection from. Gives us some protection from. What you call it? Gives us some protection from Walking Bee. There we go. Cut of Glory? Yeah, Glory might have been right. You could be correct on that. I maybe should have cut a Glory. This hand seems like a keep. If I had cut a land, I'd have cut a Needle Spire, so it wouldn't have been any of these. So the fact that we're getting flooded here is irrelevant compared to the lands that we would have cut. So one of these courtyards is definitely going to come into play tapped. Unless we draw like runner, like Glorybringer initiatives or something. Glory Bound initiatives, maybe. Alright, so little Walking Bee. Oh, it's not a Walking Bee at all. Sunscourge Champion. Interesting. Alright, so we'll play this guy. It attacks the best, and he's got a Sunscourge already in his graveyard. It looks like it's worth testing. Like I said, you know, a professional Magic player who's top 8 at a Pro Tour is 4-0 at Nationals with this build. So it definitely seems like it's worth testing. This is just a friendly league, but, you know, again, it's felt pretty good so far in this small sample size. Thought he had that last turn the way he was acting, so it looks like he may have had it. Can't really play the Lone Rider anymore. Can't block that. Minorisso. Alright, so we're a little light on cards this game. This deck looks pretty fun, though. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. Good luck at your English Nationals. Ours doesn't, the U.S. Nationals where I live doesn't come out till after Ixalan. I really wish it come out now. I'm pretty comfortable in this format. Probably couldn't afford to go anyway, but still, pretty comfortable in this format in general. Sure. Completely ignore me, guys. I was not thinking, and I certainly meant to play an untapped land there. So that was a pretty bad play mistake by me. Nope, it's just one big tournament. At like a $75 entry fee or something insane, too. So yeah, I should be casting Cast Out right now, but I'm not a good Magic player, so. So what's he got there? An Angel of Invention, even. Which one's that one? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sure. You guys should go. Should get Gunner, you and Rob should all head over there. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's an always watching. At some point, that's going to be useful. Right now, we're all just like kind of doing nothing. But yeah, I definitely punted this game. Well, I mean, I may have not cost myself this game, but I definitely made play errors. What's he got creature wise now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's got about 1,000,000. I still can't really cast out though. If I play cast out, it's too easy for him just to have a second gate. I didn't really want to play the Lone Rider when I knew he was getting an extra counter here. Hopefully he didn't sideboard in the gates. I'm hoping at some point to be able to find a removal spell to deal with this guy. Or to like play an always watching or two prior. It's like a magma spray wouldn't be a bad draw right now. That's not a magma spray, but we're gonna keep holding the cast out up. Kind of like playing this very poor control route. I don't want to jam the cast out and let him just get an open god. We brought enough little removal spell that I'm really just trying to fight the game versus their gate. Next turn I can start playing extra threats as well. And then he'll probably make me cry. Just don't want him to get a gift. I don't like how I played this game though. I would already have more pressure on the board if I hadn't played the one coming to play tap land the one turn that I did. So like this entire game's played awkward because of my poor land drop on one particular turn. A lot of these decks only even have one or only have two God's Pharaoh's gifts, so we're hoping that this is one of them, or we're hoping we draw another Abrade. Alright, well, we can no longer we can no longer kill that, so if he's got another one, he's just got another one and we're dead. We accept that. Oh wow, I made a misplay. Oh wow, that was another bad misplay. Rip. Not very smart, guys, like I said. I make a lot of play errors. That was kind of a poor play. I'm just gonna play them all then. Right, well if I play that bad, I should get punished. The correct play was to tap the lands and then sack this, I think. But we're learning. This is the first tournament we've ever played with this deck, but that still doesn't really excuse improper sequencing. Yeah, that sequencing was terrible by me. It's a learning experience. It's the first time we played the deck. We're obviously not going to play perfectly, and knowing our luck, he's just got a third God's Pharaoh's Gift, and it's just not going to matter. Like that's also something that just could happen. I think there's a good chance that we could have won this game had I not played my come into play tap land on turn 4 wrong. And I'm not 100% sure that we've lost now. It's just obviously not great for us. Yep, another gate. Third God's Pharaoh's Gift. Not going to beat that. Not going to beat that at all. Now you can go get the Angel of Invention. Put us down to about no life. And we need to answer it and the God Pharaoh's Gift? That doesn't seem like... That seems like that's asking too much of us. Guess that's the one he's most likely to kill, so... I had to put 3 things in front of it because of the Walking Ballista. Or we could have just threw a random 2-drop under it. If he doesn't kill the Long Rider, we get to gain life. Sure. So what's our draws now? Anguish Unmaking? And a Braid? It certainly isn't those. Alright. Well, we won't win in this game either way, so... At least my players, I don't think, actually cost us the game. Alright, so let's re-look at sideboarding. I wonder if it's ever reasonable just to play a Gideon and be attacking, like, a lot. Glorybringers don't seem like they do a lot, do they? Maybe something like that looks a little better? Deck and Stones don't seem terrible either, but... Yes, that's what I'm trying. That's what I think I'm trying, James. How bad is the... Lord, how bad is the, How bad is the lag tonight if you're just now seeing that? Alright, I think this is what I'm going to try. Alright, I'll try that over Harness Lightning, I guess. Sure. I think if we're getting to the point that their graveyard matters, that we're already losing, though. Maybe 30 seconds? I will put it up on my phone and see the actual time. I want to know how bad this lag is tonight. It seems like it's horrible. Wow. It is ridiculously bad, I think. Anyway, so we'll play first. This hand seems like a keep. Let's see, on my phone it is 8:43. 18, so it's like 25 seconds behind the night or something. I wonder if it's okay just to go ahead and cycle a cast out in this game. Like, we have Gideons and we really want to hit the land drops, right? And we know we're wanting to play spells on the next 2 turns. This might be aggressive. That might have been an aggressive cycle, but what if we just, like, didn't hit the land, right? Okay, well, at least Brendan had the same idea as I liked. Okay, sweet, sweet. Now I don't feel dumb, because I thought that might have been too aggressive. Walking Ballista. Rip. Are you going to let me draw a card? You're not going to let me draw a card. I think I'm just going to buy it back and play the other Glint Siphoner. This is potentially 2 cards on the next turn. He can only deal with one of them at max, so we should get 1 card at minimum. We might get 2 depending on what he plays, and depending on what our first draw step is. Sure, well he can't block, so that's good for us. Alright, so now we just want to untap the land. A Plains. A Plains would be... A Plains would make me put my thumbs up and smile. I have quite a few draw steps to find it, though. Well, we're going to save our energy because we can play Gideon. So we're only going to draw the 1 card here. Let's just draw Plains and instantly regret not having... Let's just draw Plains and instantly regret not having that card. Well, we have an aggressive draw. We can potentially Ultimate Gideon next turn and like attack for tons, but we get to draw a bunch of cards and make some decisions before we do anything. So we get to draw at least 1 card before we make any decision at all. I think I'm going to go ahead and draw the 2nd card and not worry about the Gideon. Yeah, we need an answer for the god, or for the gate. We did not get an answer for the gate. Interesting. So, options are we can play the Fraben Inspector and look for an Abrade, which seems kind of loose. We can just play 2 creatures, and maybe even if he hits, be able to win? I don't know. I think we're sending the team, though. Based on his loots and stuff, I guess we'll decide what we're doing after the combat. Always yield. Always yield so we don't have to put up with them. And the best he can do is kill one of my guys with like a double block. He gets 2 loots. He could technically get to 6 creatures. He's also got the Rivulet that can put more creatures in his graveyard. We can probably beat most things that aren't Angel of Invention, though. Oh, wow. So he's just not killing my thing. He's not killing a Glint. He'd rather kill other things and prevent damage. That's kind of interesting. That's probably right. Yeah, so he's got 3 cards in the graveyard. Or 3 creatures in the graveyard. Sweet, so he didn't have another creature. So what cards are scary here? Just Cataclysmic Gearhulk, is that right? I think it's just Cataclysmic Gearhulk. he's got a Gear Hulk, it's probably not that bad for me. I also somehow tapped mana wrong, I think. No, never. Okay, did not tap mana wrong. So he has to hit pretty good if he uses the Rivulet. We don't have a second white source to play the other Gideon. Alright, let's start with this, because we might be able to get rid of his blocker. Can't get rid of his blocker, so if we fire this up and give one of these guys dude, he gets to block no matter what. So if I just ultimate, he blocks the bigger one and takes 5. So we ultimate. This guy will do 2. This guy will do 5. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If we just attack with a Maul, he blocks this and takes 1. Takes 4, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 15 damage out of their way. Is that right? Let's double check the math. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 15 damage out of their way. Alright, 15 damage out of their way. Hopefully we didn't. Oh, nope, I messed up. I didn't exert my guys. I did not win. Oh, well, that was a bad punt. I didn't exert these dudes. I just clicked attack all. But he was dead if I hadn't punted. Oh my god. I literally I literally face palmed when I did that. I put my hand in my face and like panicked. That could be a game costing mistake. All I had to do was exert these. Now he's got this in his graveyard. He got an extra creature in his graveyard. So like, that's probably a game costing mistake. I mean, he's not still dead. He kills the Gideon, gains 6 to 9. Even when I attack next turn, he's back to 15. We're only dealing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, this wasn't the deck that lost. If we lose, it was me. And we're going to lose. He's got a second Angel of Invention. This game's just over. The only way we can win now is if we draw a way to kill the Angel. If we draw a Cast Out, or if we draw an Anguish Unmaking, we win. If not, we lose. No, it's my fault. It's 100% my fault, but it wasn't the deck, it was me. That's a bit of a tilt. Oh, well, crap. Now we don't even win with an Anguish. So we just lose. Yeah, we just lose because I'm bad. I don't actually even have an out, do I? Don't actually even have an out, do I? That's a bit of a tilt. So we could have got him to 11. But now we super dead. We just don't have any out to the second God Pharaoh's gift. He's got a second angel in his graveyard already. We did bring in one deck in stone, I think. Alright, so there's one deck in stone in the deck. I guess we do have one out. We certainly need it, like, exactly now, though. Get a little on edge when I make a mistake that bad. It'd still be hard for us to win from here even if we hit it. It'd be very hard for us to win even if we hit it. I'd like to hit it and see, though. That'd be fun. Not it. Alright. No, it's not MTGO. I knew to do it. I played with Exert cards plenty enough times to know better. Alright, well, that sucks. Punted a one match. But yeah, I've played with MTGO plenty enough to not make that mistake. I just got ahead of myself because I was excited. Thank you, I deserve it. I don't think it's that bad. I'm one of the few people that actually think that Modo's a good program. Things have been going pretty well. We top forward the 1v1 Commander Challenge today, losing to the Mirror in the top 4. We finally got to beat Lundstrom in the top 8. Like, he's been my end boss. Every top 8 I make, Lundstrom's just there to beat me. So it felt really good to get over in one match. That was a nice little 50 chest pickup. This hand seems decent. This deck seems pretty fun, too. Things have been going well, though. How about you, Murph? Is everything going well on your end? I've noticed you streaming kind of late at night, but around my bedtime. I've been trying to turn the stream on and just, like, let it play, even though I clearly can't watch because I'm going to sleep, but... Yeah, Kentucky's pretty far out of the way. We should get some rains and some flooding, maybe, on the very southern tip, but where I live specifically, it doesn't really flood that often, so fairly safe here. And it won't be like devastating floods either. I mean, it will be. Yes. Let me get my. Well, I don't know if it'll pop up on stream or not. Let me see if it'll pop up on. It might pop up on stream. I'm not sure. Don't know how all of that works. Alright, we're going to play this guy because we want to draw the extra card. Not having Lost Legacy, by the way, is such a dagger right now. Yeah, it definitely pops up on stream. Definitely. I don't know how to. Trying to think of a workaround, and I can't think of one on top of my head. So I kind of don't want to attack this guy just into Blessed Alliance. No, mention anything you want, man. I don't care. Promote the crap out of yourself. I feel like I could just be attacking into Blessed Alliance, but also think it's worth attacking into Blessed Alliance. I'd rather get Blessed Alliance this turn than than untapping or than playing the Glory Bound and getting fumigated. By the way, I noticed Mana Traders hasn't been on again the last couple of days. I thought he'd came back. I hope everything's good where he lives. I don't know if he's in Irma or anything either. But definitely promote yourself. The reason I didn't play the always watching pre-combat, by the way, that looks awkward, is because had he cast Blessed Alliance, I wanted to play the Glory Bound initiative first. And if he didn't play Blessed Alliance, or I didn't want to put 2 creatures on the board because of Fumigate. So it looks a little awkward, that sequencing, but I do believe that sequencing's kind of correct. I could be wrong about that sequencing being correct. I'm not sure. Alright, well, I don't want to just get blown out by that one spell, so... That's really nice of you, man. That's pretty nice. That's exceptionally nice. You're good people. Alright, Immolating Glare. And a Blessed Alliance? Sure. Oh well. I do not think little aggro decks beat blue-white approach, so... Murph likes to play a lot of Modern, and he loves his Eldrazi. Wonder why we're still in my attack step. Okay, our opponent decedes while we're still in our attack step. Have you guys noticed that almost all of my round 5s on stream, our opponent DCs? It's like Moto wants to save us. Yeah, I just heard on the news a while ago that that apparently after Andrew, which was like 100-mile radius, which they said in storm terms isn't like a large radius or whatever. Obviously, that sounds super large when I say it, but anyway, I heard on the news that they were saying that there was people without power for up to 3 months there, and that this storm was a stronger storm with a 1,000-mile radius. So that kind of mind-blowing to even think about. Okay. So I got a feeling since he's still at 18 going into turn 7 that he's a-okay shape. Yeah, and Irma looks like it's as big as the state. Like, it seems... Oh, look, a turn 7 coming to play tap lands. How many times have I told my stream never to play those because of that exact thing? I don't think it matters. He's probably still a favorite to win this game, but, like... Like, if we'd had a faster draw, like, that could have been very important, right? He's still going to be a favorite to win the game when we draw 3 deadish spells. Do I actually remember to press exert this time instead of losing a round because we didn't? Cool thing about Glorybringer Initiative is it says opponent's thing, so like I can't even target my own stuff. Blessed Alliance. Well, you're smaller, so we choose you, Grasshopper. Open it up right now and let everybody... Wow, he's got triple Blessed Alliance and other dude. Yep, we're not winning this game, are we? Yeah, that's massive, man. Let me throw my little dono thing up. Where'd it go? There we go. Whew. Alright, so he cast the first approach. Whew. Man, nature's beautiful and devastating all at the same time. What? Black. Colorless. Get across the table, little dude. Yeah, it does. It seems like it's zoomed in a lot, actually. Look at that. Huh. Lone Rider. You're exactly what we need in this game spot, Mr. Lone Rider. Onward! I don't think we can physically do 26 damage before he draws enough to kill us. And that's if he had literal no cards in hand. So he drew 1 for the turn. He's drawing 2 more from the Cataract if he wants. Alright, so that's 4. He drew 1 from the turn. That's 5. 1 more turn. So the next card on top of his deck is an approach after his draw step. So any cycler and we die this turn. Alright. Dead this turn. Alright, well then. So the one thing I didn't like about Ken's build of the deck is he cut the Lost Legacies from the sideboard. So I feel like we're going to be a lot weaker than we normally would be. But we still have these. And we still have these. What is less good? Declaration of Stone's not great. I don't believe we actually need Harness and Lightnings either. They do have cats, but like cats die to Glorybringer, so that's... I don't want to overload on removal. Nahiri can like beat a cast out, but that's probably not worth it either. If I did play any removal, I think I'd bring in this one card, but I'm just not going to. We're just going to try to be fast. Going to try to be fast. We're going to hope for no fumigates, and we're going to hope to cast creatures on nearly every turn. We will play first. Alright. That looks like a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. We're in. We even have a man land. So that attacks for 3 on turn 2? That lets us draw an extra card? I think attacking for more is better. It also plays around Blessed Alliance better. Yeah, I'm going to play the one that lets us cast spells. Or the one that does more damage. Big money, let's dodge fumigate this game. Yep. Alright, so play this guy, start with the glint so that we can't get censored. And then if he censors the Fraben, we don't really care a whole lot. So always watching would be a nice draw. Could have Stasis Snare as well, or he could have Little Gideon. Alright, so we get to do some kind of drawing. Why, yes, give us a card. That card's not very helpful. They very likely have Fumigate in hand. They do typically play 4 of them, or they could even have Regal Caracol. Regal Caracol is pretty good versus this board too. Alright, so I'm going to start with a clue sack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're not even presenting lethal. I'm going to play the Needle Spires instead of drawing a card because the Needle Spires presents lethal damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It wouldn't present lethal damage through a Blessed Alliance. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Needle Spires. The Needle Spires presents lethal damage. The set looks kind of fun to draft. I think it looks pretty fun to draft. I was a little disappointed in the Mythic pool, but man, it has a lot of rares that I very much want to have in my collection. Alright. So you could have a number of things right now to get out of this turn. Even a Stasis Snare is pretty good here. Alright, well he didn't have any of the cards he needed. Immolating Glare would be good. He'd go to 1 if he has Immolating Glare. Alright. Wonder why this deck doesn't have a couple of Selfless Spirits somewhere in it. How good would Selfless Spirit be right now? I'm just going to run it back. I don't think I want anything else. The Anguish Unmaking maybe, but well, we have a pretty good draw again. We have a 1-drop into a 2-drop. It could censor the 2-drop. That would be kind of sucky, but we do have the Claim to Fame, so like if it's in our graveyard, it's not the end of the world. We just want to be able to hit lands now. Like, I wouldn't mind to hit lands for the next 3 draw steps even. Cadia? I'm not sure what Cadia is. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. You're talking about a hurricane. For some reason, I thought we were talking about a commander card because Corey had just spoke. Corey is like the local commander guru. Him and his roommate. The censor would be a little disappointing. Could have potentially played around it, but like... I guess we could have played around it. Hello. Hello, I'm a claim. I shouldn't have played my land, probably. Feels like I'm going a little overboard right now. This feels like a fairly good match for him anyway. How good would this be as an instant? Alright, well, if he doesn't have a cast out or something, we at least get to draw a card from the glint. Oh, wow, that's kind of scary that he had a Supreme Will, yet he still let us do all that. He could have just said no with the Supreme Will. That was a wee bit scary, fam. Alright, I guess we're just attacking to begin with. So if he untaps and fumigates, he goes back to 14. Him being at 14 or 13 doesn't seem like it matters. Because we attack in intervals of 4 either way. If it was a difference between 13 and 12, I might not play the Fraben Inspector. But where it's 13 and 14, playing the Fraben Inspector seems fine. Like, if we had a 2-turn clock like Glorybringer into Glorybringer, we win, I wouldn't play the Fraben. But, like, him being at 13's no different than him being at 14, I don't think. And there's some chance that he just doesn't have it, right? Always watching is kind of cool. Don't know what it does in this match, but it's kind of cool. Go ahead and play him for now. Man, I like the F6 a lot. I get more F6 value than anybody I know. It's just a Limvala? Alright, well, we can beat a Limvala, maybe, somehow. Somewhere over... Oh, wow, he didn't get a creature. I wasn't even thinking about that. Huh. It's kind of an interesting scenario now. Can transgress him? And just attack with the Glint Siphoner, but that doesn't seem good. We can transgress him and play the Always Watching. You just not transgress him too and just not care, right? So if I play the Glorybringer and exert with both, he still gets 2 untap steps. Kinda want to just play Transgress. Kinda want to play Transgress and Always Watching. I really kinda want to Transgress. For the chat. The double glory. I don't even have to double glory. I can just play one Always Watching and like attack, right? And they just trade. I think I definitely want to start with the Transgress. And depending on what his hand is, it might make us make a different decision. Alright, so we're definitely going to take this approach now, I think. And I just want to get the Claim in the graveyard, so it's probably better to get the Glint because it gives us a guaranteed card draw. Even though it's not attacking this turn. And then we played Always Watching. Whoops, I have to tap the right mana. Yeah, I'm not going to attack with this Glory. Especially if the hand he just showed us. The hand he showed us is rather bad. Like, we don't care about the cat whatsoever, so the hand he showed us was rather bad. The fact that he just made the play he made makes me think he drew a Blessed Alliance or something. Or a Stasis Snare. All of those cards are kind of bad for me. He put on bottom and on top. Yeah, we can't claim a Glory. Wait. You can fame a Glory? I'm talking about giving it +2. Alright, so we want to draw a card. Why, yes. It's another Always Watching. There's another Glory. I'm pretty sure we're just playing Glories till the end of the game now, right? I'm just casting Glory. Doesn't matter if he has something now. Exert. Exert. He could have Immolating Glare, but he still takes 8, and then we have another Glory. He could have another Fumigate too, which would suck. Alright, so we're going to kill this one. We're just going to do 10 to him, so even if he has a... even if he does have a Fumigate, if we draw an untapped land, we can play Glory and to claim the fame on it and win. If he plays Approach and he goes to 12, we're still lethal. Alright, so he doesn't have anything, and we got it with a 4-1. The one match we lost was to Player. Like, 100% Player. He was dead on board, had no spells, but whatever. So, what did we beat today? We beat kind of like the Zoni vehicles with maybe a little twist. We beat Mardu vehicles. We beat Green-White Ramp. We beat Blue-White Approach, and we lost to a player from God Pharaoh's Gift, but like that match didn't feel particularly good. We beat quite a few real decks with this. The claim to fame was very good throughout the whole tournament. I think the sideboard could be a little bit better. We had fun. But yeah, no, we beat quite a few real decks. What the fuck is that video? What video are you talking about? Wait. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's the Trogdor video. Is it the Trogdor video? Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. It's somebody's wrestling video. I didn't know what it was. My bad. Anyway, I can't post things like that on stream anyway. Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. If you liked what you saw, remember to follow the Twitch channel and follow my YouTube. I can't say how wonderful it is enough to follow my YouTube channel. And if you're watching from the YouTube channel, remember every deck list and the links to the Twitch and the Twitter are in the description below. Let's see if we can find somebody to host real quick before we take off. We've been playing Magic for the last 8 hours for the most part, so we're going to have to call it early tonight. Mac the Catastrophe. He's playing Legacy. Alright, well, Legacy seems like something to host. And keep in mind, Amurfs is a pretty good streamer, and he's sponsored by Mana Traders, and he streams a lot of, like, modern decks, and he's donating all of his subs and bits and stuff to the hurricane relief funds and stuff this week. So go give him a follow and check out his stream sometime when he's on too. His name is Amurficus here. If I knew how to do the link things, I would do it, so I'll let him link it if he wants. But anyway, so let's host Mac the Catastrophe. He's playing Legacy, and we like Legacy. If I didn't spell this right, I'm going to give up. Later.